Welcome back. 1 in 5 New Zealanders are touched by disability. One organisation, Parent to Parent, have been supporting those families caring for a member with a disability, health impairment or special need for many years. I found out more on Parent to Parent. Welcome to the program to both of you. So what is the Parent to Parent organisation?
Well, it's a nationwide network that supports families and whānau of people with disabilities and health impairments, mainly through the provision of information and connecting parents with a trained support parent that has a child or a family member with a similar condition or a similar issue that they're having.
Okay, and so what services is that? Is that, kind of doing a program or doing kind of classes or?
Well, we've got sort of 5 different ways that we do support families. The main way we do is by connecting parents with a trained support parent, and the support parent will have a child with a similar condition or an issue, and they sort of provide a listening ear, practical advice, and just having someone else that's been there and done that. We have an information service. We have researched and trusted information on 3,600 conditions, and we also provide information on issues surrounding conditions, so it's not just about the condition itself, it may be about education or communication and that type of thing too. And all these information requests we get are researched specifically for that information request, so they're not just a stock standard, they are tailor-made to each person. We do have training programs we have nationwide. They are written especially for families and whānau that have a family member or a child with a disability or health impairment. And we have our sibling support program, which is for the brothers and sisters that have a disabled or a brother or sister with a health impairment, and this is delivered in a weekend camp or a one-day workshop. And the last sort of area of our organisation is Altogether Autism, which is an information and advisory service for people that are living on the autism spectrum and their families, and also professionals that work with people that are on the autism spectrum as well.
How long has the organisation been running for?
30 years this year, yeah.
Wow, that's quite a long time.
Yeah.
So, the SIB support, that sounds like such a great...
It is really good. We have about 5 or 6 camps a year we run nationwide, and they're for children aged 8 to 18 that don't have a disability or health impairment themselves. And we have them facilitated by trained facilitators who are siblings themselves too, so they know what it's like, they've been there. And we also have the one-day SIB shop program, which is just a one-day workshop, but there is the workshop component of the camps, but they go on adventure activities, they go kayaking, they go abseiling, and building their own support networks through friends they make, and just equipping them to deal with the challenges of living with a brother or sister with a disability or health impairment.
So, you're saying disability or health impairment, is that pretty much everything?
Yeah, absolutely. So we were all inclusive. Yeah.
And so the Parent to Parent Awareness Week is coming up as well. So tell us a little bit about that campaign.
Okay, so our Awareness Week always runs in August of every year, and this year it's the 12th to the 18th of August, and it's just a chance for us to get out into the community and try and build our awareness so that parents and other organisations know more about us and can come. And it's also a way of making us aware we are not-for-profit, so donations are important for us to keep running and offer the services that we do provide.
So what will be happening throughout our regions, the Waikato on the Bay of Plenty?
Well, I'm the Waikato coordinator, so we've got most of our things happening in Hamilton because that's where I'm based, but on Monday, nationwide, we have a video conferencing launch. So all the regional offices are inviting people to come to their local office, and we're having a video conferencing launch.
Our patron, Rob Hamill, is going to be there to sort of kick that off as well. So
yeah. And for us, we're having one of our coffee groups meet on the Wednesday, and we provide them with a complimentary coffee. We have that at Agora Cafe in Hamilton. So that's nice just to bring the parents together to have a nice coffee and a bit of chat, network. And Saturday's really the big day. That's our nationwide street appeal. And we're going to be collecting at Westfield Chartwell in Hamilton, and so we get volunteers to help us out, and it's basically spending the whole day trying to raise awareness and collect money.
Yeah. And there'll be collections being taken at Bayfair in Mount Maunganui and Fraser Cove in Tauranga, and there will be collections in Rotorua as well. So.
Now, lastly, being a parent is hard enough anyway, and being a parent with, a child with a disability or a health impairment must be, make that 10 times worse sometimes, So what are some good tips to kind of, look after yourself?
I suppose that's one. I'm a parent of a child with a disability, so that I find helps me in my work. I do have that connection with parents because I'm living it as well, and so I guess, rather than tips, it's more about, it is about connecting. It's about making sure you get out there and you connect with other parents, and it doesn't necessarily matter that they don't have the same diagnosis, their child. You still have so much in common. You're using the same, I tell my parents a lot of this, we're using the same education system, we're using the same health system. We might have diagnoses different, but we've got so much in common, and just having people there that understand the language. It's a whole other language. It's really confusing, and the system. So to get that support, get that parent support, and the support for the kids too, because they need it as well. Yeah.
We do also offer a 6-hour training course called Personal Support. And it's for parents that are at the first stage of their journey when they've just had a diagnosis, and it's about the grief process, managing stress, building your support networks, and you get to meet other parents in your area that you might not even know are around, and it's a great way just to get a bit of hope and a bit of good grounding for your future. So
once again, to find out more information, visit the website parenttoparent.org.nz. Coming up next, Creative Tauranga.